But like we said a little bit ago, one of the reasons why some of these you do need to kind of prop somebody up to say, here, look, we do have talent, is because we are still under that ownership of Dan Snyder and his wife. That whole entire still hanging over our heads. But, ladies and gentlemen, there have been talks. The sale is supposedly coming soon. March. I mean, as soon as March is what they're saying right now. And we know the names that have been out there. Bezos is, probably the most prominent. Josh Harris has been out there. Different investment groups. But I've heard Bezos potentially might be out, and Josh Harris, the owner of the Sixers.
Yeah.
And, he might be moving up in the rankings, or at least as, the top favorite to take us. What do you think, man? Or what have you been hearing?
Well, the biggest news is, and this was actually dropped by J.P. Finley. He wrote it in an article Monday night, was that the folks that have submitted have been told that Snyder is selling a majority of the team. Could be 100%, but regardless of this is not a minority ownership. This is you are getting the reins. So that's the biggest nugget. I mean, this is Christmas for us, Sean. We are about to have the greatest moment of our post Joe Gibbs, Redskin lives here.
Let's go.
Getting rid of Snyder out of here. So this is coming. It seems like it's coming. But yeah, so there was an article that came out by Front Office Sports, and they said that initial bids were due in December. We kind of knew that. And they said the first initial bid was for $6.3 billion, which is, the rumor is Snyder wants $7 billion. But this was just like you're getting your foot in the door saying, I've got the cash, I've got the investors, this is what we're looking to do. This is our first thing. Like you mentioned, the big news in that is there was no Jeff Bezos involved.
Right.
All right. Now that doesn't mean that he's out. It just said that he didn't put in his initial offer. Because let's be honest, this is money's going to talk. And he may have silently said, I'm willing to go up to this, or he may say, this is what I'm going to, offer this, and he can come in at the last minute and say, oh, they're giving you 6.8. I'm going to give you 7.5. And, but also we mentioned this, the Snyders do not like Jeff Bezos. They do not like the Washington Post that he owns. And they do, while they are still going to make a ton of money off this sale, they do not like Bezos. So, there is a chance that they may be like, we don't want to sell our franchise to this guy. So let's kind of keep that in mind. You mentioned Josh Harris. He has become the kind of leader in the clubhouse, the owner of the 76ers. He grew up in the DC area from Bethesda. So I like that. I'd love the fact that we said, can we get someone that was a former Redskins fan? I will say this. There's another group out there to keep your eye on. They're basically called like the Feliciano group. The other guy on there, I'm going to mispronounce his name. I know it. Bidad Egbali. They're from Clear Lake Capital. They made a bid out in 2020 to try and get minority sale of the team. They wanted to buy that 40% that Snyder bought out. So I don't necessarily see them beating Josh Harris right now, but I think they're going to be in the mix. I don't know. To me, it's more about like, we're getting names. We're getting traction. We're getting a chance that this is going to happen, man. Like, this is what we need. Happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's not folklore. It's not a myth, not something we're like, oh, that would be great if that happened. This is actually in the works to be done. And even if it is majority, which still, it's like, we just can't get rid of him completely. But it's like, okay. All right, does we get somebody else making those decisions and spending the money and hopefully doing right by us, keeps that more fan base and keeps the management in check. Well, we
tried to keep him in check.
Yeah, we try to talk about it, but I don't know if they really hear what we're saying. But I can't. I'm still, and maybe I've just been in this too long. I'm still like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those situations like we've been all these things that have come out, and you're sitting here like, these last three things were kind of, things that have been with determination. Like, he's dodged that. At this point, it's like,
I know.
What's the point of getting him out? I mean, he's already done everything. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so right. It's like you admit, like, we got to believe it when we see it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. This certainly could be, and there's an ownership meeting in March. And the other thing about this is we do need to have some like type of resolve over this, because the new league year starts, and we kind of need to know, what are we doing in free agency? How much money do we have to spend? Now I do know the league does not like to take away. They don't like distractions. So there's a chance this stuff can be agreed upon already. And they're saying, you wait until that, that week in between for the Super Bowl, or you wait till after the Super Bowl for this to go, because again, they don't like distractions taken away from their product, which, I mean, this is the best time of the year for them right now.
Exactly. And this is the best time for us normally right now. Regular season it's a lot of expectations that normally ends.
Hey, nothing but positive vibes in the off season, man.
Exactly. This is where we're all stars. This is where we come in.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.